Hi, this is Mitch Nichols with Kong Dynamics. I had a prospect give me a question about they're looking more specifically to the larger employer groups that are over 5,000 lives, and they're wondering what type of data can be extrapolated from my ERISA database. So I thought it'd be best just to shoot a video so you can see how to do this and how fast it is. So we're in the 2010 Form 5500 version 10.2, the latest version, captured third quarter ERISA data release from the Department of Labor. And you'll notice from version 9.2 that that has changed a little bit. We've included different forms inside of one database. So that folks can have several forms open at the same time. If you're looking between Schedule A and Schedule C, you can have up both tabs. It's running the query down here because there's a lot of records. So you can hunt and peck in between the different forms. So if there's something interesting in one form, you can just take the EIN number and then go over to the Form A and then pop it into here. Using the text filters equals, and then do a copy paste into here to find the exact record on the Schedule A. So it's a lot easier if it's inside of one database. I was trying to make the database as lean and mean as possible, but so this will help make it more efficient for people hunting and looking through the hundreds of thousands of records out there. So, but anyway, back to this. So let's see how we do this. I would come in, if I'm looking for employer groups over 5,000, I would say greater than 5,000 lives here. So it's going to pluck through. This started out at 429,000 records. Now it's down to 28,000 because there's a lot less employer groups that are over 5,000 lives. And this is all 50 states. So, and now I want to only look for the group health because they're more into the wellness and fitness programs out there. So I don't care about the dental record, so I'll put my mouse right on the dental toggle here, and I'll just say equals blank, because I don't care about the dental Schedule A's out there. Do the same thing for vision, equals blank, and you'll notice that the unit counts here on the records, as soon as it comes back, it starts decrease. Life insurance is another biggie. Then I'll have a lot of records, so I'll say equals blank, and it goes down to 18,000. Let's make sure I did the vision right here. Equals blank. Do this one more time. Equals blank. Make sure I got in here. We don't care about short-term disability, so we'll say equals blank. So what we're doing is trying to minimize the number of records that we do on our download into Excel. So so we can sort that out from here, which makes it easier, because the less you do in Excel, the better. Stop loss is okay, HMO, PPO, indemnity. The drug one, yeah, we'll keep in there, because sometimes you can have a health and it has a drug toggle, as you can see here, and unemployment. And then what we have is 11,000 records through here. Of course, it's going to have every iteration of every broker. So like for AFLAC, it's under the indemnity program here. I kept indemnity because there's some health, group health plans that have indemnity plans. So it's not just AFLAC, but AFLAC will have a lot of records because usually there's a lot of brokers involved in selling AFLAC, especially the larger employer groups that are spread over the whole continental United States. So you'll see a lot of iterations on that, and I'll show you how to get rid of that once we dump this down into Excel. So we're good here. I got my life set here, and I limited down to just group health plans primarily. So now we want to do external data, and we want to download this to Excel. I'll go ahead and open this up. I think it's my documents. Yeah, we'll just go with that. Yep, I want to go ahead and overwrite that file, and it's outputting the object, the 11,682 records. And we'll get a look at what this looks like in Excel as soon as it's finished outputting the files here. So here's what this is. Let's format our columns a little bit. Click on View, freeze the panes here, so that when we go over, we can see exactly how far over this thing goes. State, zip code, and we go over. And here is the life count on the very first page of the Form 5500. Here are your life counts in here. And we'll go over some more. Here's the insurance carriers that we're looking at. And then you'll see all the parameters inside of the Schedule A. We'll go over. Of course, in through here, it's more the 401k pension area on the Schedule A. That's why a lot of this is blank, because it's an AFLAC Schedule A. And then here's all the brokers. So it keeps every iteration of the broker, depending on what you're looking for. You're looking for broker market share, how many times Todd Naylor shows up. You can do that very efficiently with this, depending on what filters that you put in on Microsoft Access. So now we come down to. So now we know what we're looking at. We've got everything over 5,000. Let's get rid of this blinking light here. That bothers me. Anyway, so we come back here. We don't need every iteration of every broker on here. So what we'll do is come in, and because we're looking for a call sheet, we're looking for every employer group in all 50 states that has over 5,000 lives, and we're primarily looking at group health here. So what we want to do is remove duplicates, and let's unselect it first, because it's always going to select everything. And let's do the plan sponsor name. Let's in this column here, the name of the employer group, plan name, plan, and also the plan number. And you'll see here in the 500 series is usually your group group health insurance here. So every unique iteration of the employer name, the plan name, and the plan number, and that should get rid of all of our duplicates in there. So we've had 9,338 duplicates because of all the different brokers that were involved. So every iteration of the Schedule A, and we come down to 2,344 unique values. Hard for me to read. I don't have my glasses on here, but so now we have 2,344, and that sounds right, because in all 50 states there's not that many employer groups that are over 5,000 lives. So, and then of course when you're looking at this now you have one name per line, and then here's your call sheet here. So you have the corporate address here that was filed on the 5500, and you have the admin that signed it. Usually it's the CFO or the director of HR, and then the phone number here. So you have name and phone number that'll give you the where to go in this. Now my data does not have email addresses, and a good place to find the email addresses, and I've used this in the past too. I have no affiliation with this company at all. And I'm a Debbie Downer on most things out there. I generally very skeptical, but I've used this group here, Lead 411, and this is a pretty neat group. They find these emails. They go out there and they crawl the internet, and these guys are on the ball. And then when you find an email that you like, when you download that email, it's an Outlook. It's an Outlook file, or V card. So all you do is just click on the V card, and it populates all the fields inside of Outlook. So there's no double typing or anything. So I thought that was really, really neat. And again, I'm highly skeptical of everything out there, but boy, and the subscriptions to this is relatively cheap. let's go to sign up here. And there's like a 1 week or 2 week trial thing with this. I looked through all of my um, employer groups that I was interested in. Within like 2 or 3 days, I had it all with just me doing it, and I looked up maybe 500. So if you only have 2,300 of these in the free trial period, if you got a couple people doing it or just one person doing it, because it goes pretty fast, you can have all the email addresses pretty much. It it finds. Uh, I would say it would find about, I would say 75 to 80% of the folks that you search for on this, and it gives you the president, the vice president, the CFO. And if it doesn't get the email just right, there'll be one person in that block that you'll get the form of the email. How they do their web domain name.com. So once you have that sequence, and whether they use their full name and then a dot and then the last name, or the first initial and then their last name, you'll get see the pattern that they use for their emails. And so if they only have the CFO and the controller, you can pretty much guess at what the president and the vice president emails are, using this lead 411. I thought it was pretty cool. And like I said, it's pretty cheap if you decide to go ahead and go on the monthly. But you can get all your stuff done just using the core trial on this. So I thought these guys are pretty cool. Like I said, using the Outlook V card, and my competition, she's selling the same 5500 database, the Judy Diamond. If you get all 50 states and you get all the bells and whistles, it's about $80,000, whereas mine starts out at $649 for the quarterly updates. And the only real difference between our two databases is that hers has emails versus mine does not. But I just showed you where you can get these emails at. And you just have to try it. Get on Lead 401, do the free week or 2 week, whatever it is, and just start trying it. You'll be amazed with that. I really like that company and stuff, but again, I'm highly skeptical on everything. But back to my database, I show you how easy it is. Depending on what you're looking for, put your filters in, download into Excel, get rid of the dupes. Now you have a clean list to work off of. And I showed you where you can get the email addresses out there. You don't need to spend $80,000 with Judy Diamond and for this information. It can be had relatively cheaply, and you can get it very fast. So here it is. Thanks a lot. Bye bye.